Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be building a little stand for this terrarium. I plan to build a bigger enclosure for the bearded dragons, but for the time being I have to leave them in here. I don't have everything set up just yet to build the enclosure I want to build, but I want to get this thing onto the other side of the room. So I finally got some money together to buy some lumber. I got a bunch of 2x4s that I'm going to be building a stand. I've got, oh, blurry film, that's better. I've got these casters and I've got these screws and everything, so I got all my supplies to build this thing, and it's just going to be so that I can move this enclosure over here, right where I have my record player and my guitar. But the reason I want to put it over here is because it'll be further away from the window that is right behind that curtain. And it's winter here, and that's not a very nice window, and I'd like to seal it up for the winter so that I can keep as much heat in my reptile room as possible and keep the beardies away from the source of cold. But I've got these 2x4s, so I'm just going to start cutting them, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing as I go. Alright guys, so now I'm set up in the other room, and I've got my saw out, and I've got 3 8-foot 2x4s here. And I bought 10 because I've got a few projects that I'd like to do in the back room to set up some racks for my other tanks, but this shouldn't take more than 3 boards, so that's what I have out right now. The terrarium front to back is 24 inches across, and then side to side is 30 inches, so it's going to be a 30 by 24 inch thing, and I'm going to set it up so that it's about waist height. So that's what I'm taking into consideration. I want it waist height so it's easy to lean inside. So I'm going to get cutting and show you my pieces. Alright, so this is the frame that I'm doing. And like I said, it's 24 inches from the front to back. So these side pieces had to be slightly shorter because 2x4, 2 is 1.5 inches, which is kind of funny, but no big deal. So these are 21 inches because between the two of them, 1.5 inches is 3 inches. So you got to take into consideration that kind of thing when you're building this stuff, otherwise stuff won't line up. So I've got 4 of each, the 30 inches and 21 inch pieces, so I can have 2 frames, one that the terrarium will sit right on top of, and then one that I'll have my wheels on the bottom. Alright guys, so I've got the 2 pieces all screwed together now, and this is what is going to be pretty much how the legs that are going to hold it up a little higher are going to sit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 more. I'll probably have to shorten this one up a bit, but it'll sit a little higher. And then the bottom one I'm going to screw my wheels onto so it sits just off the floor a little bit. I think I'm going to use the bottoms of the leg pieces to have a little bit extra space to mount my wheels on the bottom too, though. I'm going to get on that. So I've got the bottom all assembled with the legs attached to it, and the top, it looks like it's already screwed in, but it's actually just being held there by the legs. The way they're sitting sits nice and tight, so it keeps it nice and held up. And now I'm using the level to make sure all my corners are level to each other so that I don't have any tipping when it's all finished up. Alright, so this still looks pretty much the same, but I have it screwed in on the front side so that I know that that's good. And then the most important thing, I thought I'd share this with you guys before I continue, is getting the corner to corner level is much more important than side to side or front to back, because when it comes to your wheels on the ground, corner to corner is going to be what keeps all 4 wheels on the ground at the end. So I just thought I'd share that before continuing. So guys, now I have a finished product here. I've got this end is the one that turns, and then I put a little shelf that I had kicking around down here, and this shelf here is for a heat pad to hold it up right underneath the terrarium. and I'm pretty happy with this. So now I just need to get somebody to help me move the huge terrarium and put it on top of here, and then I'll be done. Alright, so now I have the terrarium in its final spot. Well, final spot for now. I'm going to be using this tank as a big huge gecko habitat when I finally build my two beardies their new enclosure. There's Z kind of hiding back there. But yeah, I'm going to be taking this thing outside in the spring when I have some warmer weather and giving this thing a spray paint to give it a nicer color than the wood, and it'll look really cool then. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions on how I did anything, just down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer you guys. And there's my new stand. Have a good one, guys.